All right, guys. So before you see people saying, "Oh my God, I got my visa! Oh my God, I got my visa in one attempt! Oh my God, I got my visa in 10 days, in 3 months, in this, that," and you're like, "Wow, I wish I had my visa in my hands and I didn't have to go through all this stress or struggle that I am going through right now." And then before you say, "Oh my God, this person is so lucky and I wish I was like him or her," and "Oh my God, I'm struggling and I'm going through so much stress to get this done and I want to give up," just know that all those people you see on social media and all those people you see on YouTube actually went through that. We have people who share their honest experiences concerning what they went through, and others do not. So before you discredit the pain and the struggle that you're going through, I'm here to tell you it's normal and we all did go through it. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Edufia and you're welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join the family already. Okay, join the family because we've been learning and we've been winning and we've been doing all the good stuff here, and you don't want to be left out. Okay, so if you're not subscribed to, thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate your support, and then it's your constant support and likes and viewership that keeps motivating and encouraging me to do this all the time, aside from the fact that I also love to share and help you guys. Okay, so please just do that to keep encouraging me. Just say, "Edufia, you're doing a good job." Okay. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about the struggles that students or international students go through when applying for a visa. I'm here to tell you that you are not alone, and I mean, it's always a safe space here, and I kind of always want to talk about issues like this sometimes, just so people actually get the opportunity to share what they're going through or how they feel right now, and also people who have been through it could also come out to also share their experiences to encourage other people. And so, as I always say, I just try to create this space where people could actually share and then just make ourselves feel good, because sometimes it gets really tough and you just want to hear from people. Okay. So guys, normally the struggles that people go through most especially is insufficient funds. Not to talk of bank statements, not to talk of anything, but insufficient funds. A lot of times people ask that, what is the entire cost? Give me an estimation of how much money I need to save up or keep on my pocket before I start this whole process of applying for a visa or even school. And when you mention the price, people are like, "Oh, okay, maybe I need to hold on." But I keep saying, if you want to think about all that money before you start, then you're going to have an issue. Even though planning is good, okay, planning saves you from a lot of unforeseen circumstances, that it just saves you from some kind of stress. But sometimes, okay, having the vision alone is enough. Having the vision and praying to God and putting in strategic and putting in smart objectives should help you meet that goal. So I just want you to know that you don't need to have all those money to start the whole process. And even if you started and you're like, "Oh, I'm short of money," one thing people don't know is when you're applying for your visa or things involves so much money, especially when you're coming from the global north, or even probably in this case you're coming from Africa, where the exchange rate is really crazy. You would be like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." In this process, you would have to be doing so much asking and you would have to like bury your ego or your pride or your sentiments because you have just a dream and you want to make it happen. And so you need to like go through the length and breadth to make it happen. I'm not saying you should do something illegal or immoral or something that stands against your values. Don't do that if you like, just don't do that if it won't give you satisfaction. But what I'm trying to say is your dreams are valid, and so you should be relentless. Keep pushing it because it's going to make sense eventually. And if you keep praying to God, the right people are going to come in like your space and help you. Like, trust me, it does happen. And so insufficient funds, it's a problem most people face, even including myself. I did face that issue, like coming from a place where resources are not equally distributed, and now you'd have to like travel all the way to another city to get things done. It involves a lot of money, and if you haven't if you don't like really have a good or well-paying job, that could be an issue, and like all those things. So it's just like taking it a step at a time and a day at a time. So trying to like calculate all these things in your mind will just put you off, okay? But if you're still going through this, it's normal. You will go broke, you won't have money, you won't but it will come together. It will definitely come together. So just keep tight on your faith. Just keep tight. It will come together. So moving away from funds, another issue people have is that they do not get a bank statement. They're like, oh my God, I don't have enough money in my bank statement, blah, blah, blah. If you have if you have a bank statement and you want to clarify how much money you need to have in your bank statement, there is a whole video on the channel where I spoke about everything you need to know about bank statement. So please go check that out. I'm going to be leaving it up here or in the description, so please check out that. But we are not talking about what entails a bank statement. We're talking about like the struggles that international students go through to acquire a visa, and you need your bank statement to apply for a visa. Like sometimes you just search and you don't know who to even have who to contact to get that bank statement. It could be hard, but you still need to get that money, right? So this is why I say asking. You need to ask, like ask people, like ask trusted people, not people that you ask and then they'll go and be talking about you at your backs and discussing it to family members and things that at the end of the day they'll say, oh, I gave this person the money to travel and I this that. I mean, even if you think they'll say it and they don't hinder your progress in any way, just still take it, because ultimately you have a goal and you have a vision, and that is what you want to accomplish. So all those talks, shush, just shut it in your mind and just say, can you please give me your bank statement? Also, if you don't have any family member that has that amount of money, people use company bank statements when people ask their employers to actually give them their company bank statement and things like that, and they say so and so is my employer. Or even if you're in good terms with the employer could say, oh, this applicant's uncle, or things like that, So there's definitely a way. Keep searching, because there is always a way. Okay, another struggle people go through a lot or another struggle everyone goes through when applying for a Canadian visa or a visa in general is the mental, emotional stress. It could be a lot, like from the thinking to waiting to what to expect and what not to expect could be a lot. Okay, the process stresses you, and even if you come from a country where things don't even really work, then the top-notch stresses you the most. Like, it stresses you beyond comprehension. So One other thing is that when you're applying for a visa or a Canadian visa, it's I'm here to just acknowledge how you feel and tell you that feeling. I mean, it's not normal for anyone to go through stress, but like it's just a normal feeling that everyone who has had his or her visa goes through, and so you are not alone, and you will definitely get out of it immediately you get your visa approved. And so the stress and then the emotions or the ups and downs comes with it. Okay, so you're trying to say, oh, I hear this thing involves a lot of stress, and so I'm canceling myself out of it. Is no good way to begin this whole process. So please, the mental stress and the emotional stress, it's inevitable in this process, because sometimes you're like, okay, what if they reject me? What if they don't reject me? Okay, how long do I have to wait? How long did I have to wait? This person waited for 2 weeks. I've waited for 4 weeks. This person waited for 2 days. I'm waiting for 2 weeks. I'm waiting for 3 months. And you know, another thing is each person would have their own experiences, and so like, even though there are standard rules or standard waiting times and probably standard criteria, it could just happen that yours would be different. Okay, so oh my god, you just have to wait, and that waiting would come with so much mental and emotional stress. Now, after you have even waited, okay, and you are stressed mentally, emotionally, and even financially, then you get a message which says, we don't think you'll come back after your study, or you don't have enough money. The long and short is that you have been rejected. Okay, now that comes with an extra stress, because look, aside from you being rejected, you being denied a visa, the word rejection isn't good. Like, no one wants to be rejected, right? So rejected rejection isn't a good thing. So like, I empathize with you on that one. Like, it's so hard to be rejected. But one thing is, we have a lot of people, once again, on social media who get rejected, especially in their visa process, and they try again. Sometimes the process could be overwhelming to the extent that when you are being rejected, you want to quit. We have a lot of people who just said, okay, I quit, and then yeah, that was it. You just laid back until today. They haven't tried again. But we have some people who were rejected and they said, I'm going to do it again, and they did it again and it worked. So sometimes you just need to keep trying, no matter how hard it is, and what doesn't break you or hurt you would make you stronger. I know sometimes, I don't know whoever is watching this video, but like, probably if you are in this like phase of rejection and you're like, you don't know what it is, you don't know how it feels like, you don't know, you just don't know, it's just so hard, I don't know where to pick up from, just take a chill pill, just relax. I mean, I'm not saying the moment you get rejected you should just come back again. Just take it all in, like soak it all in, and just lay back and strategize and come back again, because that's how you win. Okay, so come back, get a good plan, assess yourself. What did I do right here? What didn't I do right here? And just try not to repeat the same mistakes that got you rejected. Okay, so these are the normal I am not comfortable saying they're the normal struggles, but yeah, these are the struggles that almost or entirely everyone goes through, especially international students, when you're applying for your study visa. And so I am here to tell you that those feelings or those struggles that you are going through is pretty normal, and almost everyone went through it. So once again, you are not alone. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe and like, because when you do that, it tells YouTube that this is a good video, and so let's share it to other people. One thing that people also struggle with is the cost of accommodation and travel expenses. And so not every scholarship or not every graduate assistantship would cover your accommodation and your flight and your accommodation. And so once again, you will just have to, this is why like you might want to cut down trying to probably hire an agency to do the process for you and probably save money for things like that. Okay, I'm not saying like the money you used to pay the agency can entirely pay for your flight and accommodation, but I mean it's just like a huge sum of money that you want to be saving into. Okay, and so like even with this process, I most of the times encourage like you to save towards it, especially when you know that you have like plans of applying for schools and traveling. Also with your flight ticket, like I really don't know how you'd want to go about it, but I mean you would need to use money, and there are ways of like probably booking cheaper flights. I did a short on my channel talking about how to get a cheap flight, so I encourage you to watch it. And accommodation, to like some people, some schools, like accommodation, like especially like when you're a first year student and you have to be on campus, normally the prices are like so high and all of that, and you're like, oh my god, I think I've been able to pay my tuition but I haven't paid for my accommodation, so what do I do? It could be hard. DM me on Instagram at Edufia Abla. I will teach you what to do. Okay, just DM me, I'll let you know. I'll teach you something that no one tells you, or no one tells anybody. So people who didn't watch up to this part of the video are going to miss out on this sweet package. Yeah, and it's going to save you a lot of stress. So just DM me and I'll tell you what you do about this accommodation stuff. And even if you're having issues with your fees as well, just DM me and I'll let you know how I can help you with that. Okay, I'm not saying I'll give you money though, but I could help you, you know. Yeah, I know what to do to help you. Yeah, so basically these are like the feelings and then probably some sentiments and disappointments that people go through, or that we all go through when applying for a visa to come study in Canada, or even F1 visa, or like preparing for your interview for a US visa and all of that. Like so many disappointments, struggles, not having enough money, this, that, sleepless nights, thoughts. There are things that everyone goes through, and so I'll just end this video by saying that everyone has or would have a different experience, and so do not judge your process based on someone else's process. And even when you fail, it's also progress. People normally assess progress by the successes they have achieved. When you fail, it means you did something and you failed, and so you want to re-strategize and come back, and that is also progress. Okay, so just put yourself together and you're just going to be fine. Let me know if probably this video was therapeutic for you, and if this is your first time watching me, let me know as well. And I really do appreciate you watching my video. Be sure to like and subscribe as always, and as usual. And do not let this process shut you, because you have so much going for you, and this is just the beginning of like so much new stuff and excitement you're about to experience in your life. So fingers crossed for you, you've got it, and everything is just going to be fine. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't watched all the previous videos, please go ahead and watch them, because they'll really help you. Bye. In my next video, guys, I'm going to be talking about the things that you need to do when you get to Canada. I missed out on some things, like the first things, like top 10 things you have to do immediately you get here, or in your first month in Canada. Watch that out, it's going to be helpful. I wish I knew, I didn't know, so I'll give you that free of charge. Thank you for watching. Bye.